Mike Sheridan here. Today's video I'm going to show you a full body workout you can do anywhere. All you need is a kettlebell or dumbbell, a little bit of open space, and 30 minutes. This workout is designed for individuals looking to do resistance training 2, maybe 3 times a week, or those that have limited access to fitness resources, whether that's equipment at their house or the ability to go to the gym. Generally speaking, I recommend splitting the body into segments so you can train consecutive days, but I understand that's not an option for everyone. Hence the workout I created today. In the description of this video, I mentioned that it's for beginners, but there's no reason intermediate advanced individuals can't perform this workout as well. All they'd have to do really is add a heavier kettlebell to make the workout more challenging. Before starting this workout, I recommend doing a full body warm-up. If you don't have one of your own, you can check out mine. I'll link it below. It's a 10-minute dynamic warm-up, which basically means not your typical static stretching. We're going through different mobility movements to get the muscles ready to exercise and prevent injury. In addition to hitting the entire body, the nice thing about this workout is we hit multiple training zones, as in we're trying to build strength, we're trying to build muscle, and then as you'll see at the end of the workout, we're doing a little bit of conditioning to try to build a bit of that cardio respiratory fitness. The way that we stay efficient with this workout is we superset exercises together that are non-competing so that you can go back and forth between them instead of standing around and resting and recovering before your next set. So if you look at your A1 and A2 exercise here, that's a superset where we've paired a lower body exercise with an upper body exercise. And as you can see, there's different training goals for each. So the lower body exercise is more of a hypertrophy muscle building range, 10 to 12 reps. Nice slow tempo, which I'll explain shortly. And then the upper body exercise is more of that strength building zone, 6 to 8 rep range, a little bit of a faster tempo than the leg exercise. So the way you'll do the superset, for those who aren't aware, is you'll do your A1 exercise. So you go 1 set, 10 to 12 reps, 4010 tempo, rest 15 seconds. Then you'll go to your A2 exercise, you'll do 1 set, then you'll rest 45 seconds. Once that 45 seconds is up, you'll go back to your A1 and you'll basically perform that back and forth until you've completed 3 sets. Then once that's complete, you'll jump to your B exercises, or your B superset. So same thing, you'll do 1 set, 10 to 12 reps. Tempo you see on the screen, you'll do your rest, then you'll go to your B2, and you'll go rest your 45 seconds back to your B1 again. So you're basically doing sort of 2 blocks or 2 paired exercises until you've done the required amount of sets. And once you're done your B, you'll go down to your C, which I said before is the high intensity interval training exercise to build a little bit of conditioning at the end. Back when I was a personal trainer, I used to call this the happy ending. Everyone leaves feeling like they got a good workout. So I urge you to perform the workout the way that it's written so you'll get the most from it. If you have multiple sizes of kettlebells and dumbbells and you want to make the workout more difficult, you can raise the weight like I said, but that's provided you're still within the training variables that I've laid out. And if it's becoming too difficult to perform those training variables, the weight's probably too heavy, so you're going to want to lower the load. I'll get into the exercises now. The first one we're going to perform is the front squat or goblet squat. So as you can see, I'm holding the kettlebell from the handles on the outside. I'm trying to keep it as high as possible with my elbows up, and I'm descending, doing a squat, whatever's comfortable for you. Some people like a wider stance. You can go a little narrower. We're just looking for depth here and comfort. So nice upright upper body. We're trying to go nice and low. And as I mentioned the tempos earlier, we're going to go nice and slow on the way down, aiming for 4 seconds. Under control, no pause at the bottom, and come back up. So once we're done 1 set of those for 10 to 12 reps, we rest 15 seconds, which is pretty much enough time to set the kettlebell or dumbbell on the ground and start our next exercise. which is the bent over row. As you can see here, I have one hand on my knee, and then I'm grabbing the weight off the ground, trying to bring it to my hip pocket. My one leg is back a little bit so that I have clearance to my hip. We're going to go down for 3 seconds, row that back again. The tempo is slightly different, and we're doing each arm. So once we're done that, we'll rest 45 seconds, and then we're back to our A1 exercise again until we've done 3 times through. If you want to increase the difficulty here, as I said, you increase the weight, you don't mess with the training variables. I don't really want to get into explaining why they are what they are right now, but I will link my book at the end, 1% Fitness, and you can look to understand what these training variables mean. But in a nutshell, we're trying to get into a specific training zone, and a specific training zone requires a specific time under tension. So that encompasses everything from the tempo to the reps and sets to the rest that we're giving ourselves afterwards. So once we're done 3 rounds of the A1, A2, then we're going to move on to our B exercises. For the B1 exercise here, we're doing a straight leg or semi-stiff or Romanian deadlift, whatever you know it as. But basically we're keeping a slight bend in the knee, and then we're trying to do that hip hinge, for anyone that's familiar with that. Basically it's more arch than flat back, draw the shoulders back, and then the legs kind of don't really move other than keeping that semi-stiff knee bend, and then you're driving your butt backwards. So that ideally the kettlebell or dumbbell is going straight to the ground, almost between your feet, and then we're driving the hips through, coming up to the top, and then starting to descend again. The tempo is longer in this situation because we're in that muscle building zone of 10 to 12 reps. So nice and slow on the way down. Please try to perform the tempos as they are, because that's also going to help you keep your form on point. But that's where we're going to get the muscle burn that we're looking for. It's not performing 50 of these, it's performing 10 to 12 solid repetitions. Once we're done one set of those for 10 to 12 reps, we're going to rest 15 seconds. So again, this is pretty much enough time to get into our next exercise, which is a standing one-arm shoulder press. Basically here what we're doing is we have similar staggered stance to the row, and then we have pretty much a neutral grip on that kettlebell. If you're using a dumbbell, then it would be a neutral grip, which is your palm facing inward, and then as we rotate up, we're getting into a pronated grip at the top, and then we rotate back to neutral. In this exercise, you really want to try to maintain that nice solid core. The staggered stance is going to help with the strain on your back or anything like that, but you want to try to keep a balanced posture, so you're not arching too much, you're not rounding too much, you're trying to keep a neutral spine. So 6 to 8 reps per arm, then you rest your 45 seconds again, just like your A group of exercises or your A superset, and then you go back up to your semi-stiff deadlift again, repeat 3 times. Then once we're done that, we're on to the finale or the happy ending. Basically what we're doing here is we're in a nice stance where our upper body's upright, our knees are bent, and the kettlebell is between our feet. And then we're going to grab the kettlebell, bring it up, sort of like a front raise, like you're trying to bring that kettlebell handle to your chin. If you're using a dumbbell, then you're just going to have it upright, and you're going to grab the top of the dumbbell and try to bring it up with kind of a neutral grip around it. So you'll pull that up, you'll set it down with good form, so nice upright, bend the knees as you come down, set it down, and then once it's down on the ground, you're going to do a sort of like a burpee. So you're going to jump down like a push-up position, and then jump back, pick up the weight, do a front raise, drop it, burpee out, come back, bring it up. So you're going to do that for 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And in this case, yeah, you want to be in control and you want to have good form and all that, but we're trying to get as many reps as possible in this 30 seconds. So you want to try to push yourselves for 30 and then rest for 30. And there's only 3 rounds of this, so you really should be able to give it pretty hard for the 30 seconds. Again, don't sacrifice form in the sense that you're doing it horribly wrong, but you know, don't be afraid to push yourself a little bit. One thing I will say is when you're coming back from doing the plank or the burpee, and then you go to grab the weight again, that's when you gotta set the shoulders back, get into the good form to lift the kettlebell, because that's where you're going to hurt yourself. So just be conscious of that when you jump back, reset, and then do your front raise. From start to finish, today's workout should not take longer than 30 minutes. So in addition to the 10-minute warm-up I mentioned performing at the start, you're looking at an investment in time of 40 to 45 minutes. That's provided, of course, you perform the workout properly. The reason I mention that is because individuals take a workout and don't follow the training variables laid out by the trainer or the strength coach, and either say the workout sucks or they're not getting enough from it or whatever. The reason the workout sucks is because they're not performing the workout as it's written, and there's a reason that these training variables are laid out the way that they are. If you'd like more information on that, as I mentioned before, I'm going to link my fitness book, 1% Fitness, below, which talks about principles of fitness as well as why these training variables are the way that they are. The book also includes 16 weeks of free workouts that you can access on your phone or tablet. So if you're looking for a little bit more guidance with respect to fitness, I encourage you to check that out. I also plan to post more workout exercise videos like this in the future. So if you did like this one, I encourage you to subscribe and obviously like today's video. Thanks for watching.